Hey friends, you're watching BrainStormAcres. I'm Henry. Today I'm going to get this battery pack ready to start charging. Once that's done, I'm going to go outside and help Irene. She's busy removing some pieces of wild sunflowers. She's taking the tops out, so any sunflower that is empty will come off and that will go in the burn pile. It's something that has to be done, but we're going to wait until most of the seeds are out of those sunflowers. The sunflower heads are small on the wild sunflowers, but they have a lot of seeds in them. It's great for the wild birds. They love them. They come and eat them. Don't worry, there'll be plenty more popping up next year because the seeds go everywhere. Well, let's get started on this battery right now. I have here a standard automotive battery charger. It's a little special in that it can charge both the flooded lead acid, like what you normally have in a car, AGM batteries, or gel cells. This works just like an ordinary battery, an ordinary battery charger. I'm going to connect one side to the positive terminal, so positive to positive, negative to negative, and now let that charge. Let's talk a little bit about how long it's going to take to charge this battery. Now first I'll get it out of the way. Now this charger isn't a really high current charger. It will charge at about 7.5 amps. Well, those lithium batteries are great because you can charge them at about half of their rated amp hour capacity. So this 100 amp hour battery that I put together can be charged at a 50 amp rate. That's pretty fast. It means we can fully charge that battery pack in 2 hours from 0 to 100%, or very close to 100%. This charger only puts out 7.5 amps. Well, the way you determine how long it's going to take to charge is take the 100 amp hour capacity of the battery, divide it by the charge rate of the battery charger, 7.5, which means it's going to take something around 13 hours to charge this battery pack from 0 to fully charged. That's about 30% faster than this big sealed lead acid battery that we normally use in Irene's business. The difference is we can charge this battery pack at about 100 amps. That's the maximum, and it's going to shorten the battery life a little bit. But if we just need to get it charged in a hurry, we can do that. Normally, I'd only charge this at about half of the maximum rate, so a 50 amp battery charger would be perfect for this. Typically, you'd be able to buy them 20, 25, 40 amp chargers pretty easily. But later on, I'll be showing you some other ways to charge this battery pack at a faster rate. Now let's take a few minutes to go over why we chose these batteries, the benefits that we're going to get from them, and some of the problems. If you follow electric cars, you know that Tesla Motors is a big name in the electric car business. They use lithium, cobalt, nickel batteries. Those are the batteries that aren't the safest in the world when it comes to a short. They will catch fire. These batteries are using lithium, iron, and phosphorus for their chemistry. Because of the way the chemistry works in this battery, it's very difficult to cause it to explode or burn up. Now you can always create some drama with these high amperage batteries. Short between positive and negative, and you'll have sparks fly. You may even have the wire burn up. You may have the battery explode. So it's not something that you want to do. Now there's a third kind of lithium battery on the market. It's called a lithium titanate battery. It's, of the three chemistries that are common, probably the safest. But the lithium iron phosphate battery is a fabulous battery. It is a good compromise between safety, reliability, and capacity. These batteries are very, very reliable. They are very safe, and they have good capacity. Now let's talk about capacity for a minute. The chemistry that I've chosen here, the lithium iron phosphate, is about 80% as energy dense as the Tesla cells. In other words, the Tesla batteries can hold more electrical energy per kilogram or per pound than the lithium iron phosphate. On the other hand, lithium iron phosphate doesn't have a thermal runaway condition associated with it, which is great. Now there is one other thing, and that is, since the Tesla batteries are cylinders, they're round, it's difficult to stack them in a square space. In fact, there's difficulty in stacking them close together in any space because there's always some area around a circle that you can't use with other things going around it. The great thing about these rectangular cells that are part of this lithium battery build is they are very dense. Batteries based on these lithium iron phosphate cells will weigh more than the same amount of energy in the Tesla cells. This is a stationary application. Well, you can consider it a stationary application. In the use for a solar electric system, most of the time those batteries are going to stay in one place. With Irene's business, the battery is going to be transported from our house here in northern Arizona to wherever the event is. And then when we set the battery up to be used in her shop, it's going to be used in one spot. So it's not going to be getting a lot of shake, rattle, and roll on a road. Tesla cells use cobalt as one of the elements. There are parts of Sweden that are being evaluated for mining of cobalt because there's a lot of cobalt in a specific region. Now, that region is close to Sweden's largest natural freshwater lake. There are a lot of people who are being displaced or could be displaced by mining operations if Sweden starts to mine that cobalt. One thing that people don't think about is that third metal element. That's nickel. It turns out that nickel is probably going to be the limiting factor in the ability to build more of the Tesla-style batteries. The batteries that I've chosen are lithium iron phosphate. Iron is a very, very common element. Phosphorus is readily available. So you don't have the same kinds of limitations. Now, one of the things I need to tell you about this DIY lithium battery build that we've been doing here on our channel is that I don't have the most capable BMS battery management system for this battery. That means when I charge the battery, I need to know what the voltage is that's going into that battery. Now, I can charge the battery up just fine using a standard off-the-shelf automotive battery charger. That charger will stop when this set of cells reaches the right voltage. So I'm not going to harm these cells by using an automotive battery charger. I don't want to charge quite that high because I want to have a longer lifetime of these cells, so I'll be using a different charger. So for right now, I'll monitor that manually. Now, if you have a full-on battery management system that includes the ability to shut off the charging current, you can set it up and it'll charge to just the level that you want. Now, there's a lot of decisions that you have to make about when and how to charge. That's beyond what we're going to talk about today. We may cover that in the future. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications because we're going to be doing lots more stuff here. The greenhouse is still going great. Irene's potted up a bunch of brassicas, ready to put them into pots out in the greenhouse. We have pots to bring from out in the garden into the greenhouse to be used. And I need to go out and help Irene with A few things including, we have to move a propane cylinder.
A few moments later.
Thanks for watching. We'll talk with you later. Bye. Keep brainstorming. You know that Irene does. Well, I do too.